and now we'll be live on the YouTube. And let me show
Are
you.
we live on YouTube? Okay, let me start this on X and see if it's playing.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So I'm sharing my YouTube screen. That's not what I want to
Wait,
do.
wait. Yeah. This one is whatever you show on the Brave browser, it will be shown on the your OBS or on stream.
Welcome to the live chat. Is this a live chat?
Yeah. Whoever click on your whoever comment on your YouTube, it will show there.
Can you see any of this, Casey?
I'm going to your YouTube channel now. Let me see.
Somebody says hello. Oh, wow.
Streaming X space on YouTube. So
How do I respond here? How do I
space on YouTube.
can anyone see this?
You can interact by speaking. Like you can read its comment and reply to him.
I see it. Yes. Oh, wow, it's working. What do you see? So what do you see, Casey?
Well, I can see the live feed of your comments, so I can definitely keep an eye on those tomorrow, but it might be kind of challenging.
Can people hear you?
Yeah, they can hear us live on your YouTube right now. I can hear myself talking at the moment. So
Oh, wow. It's working.
Yeah, it's because she's on Zoom with us. That's why they can hear.
so
That's so cool. Okay,
you
so
have an X going too, right?
I think so.
Let me
I have
go
the X space. Yeah, I know I do because I saw somebody joined.
Okay, let me go look.
They joined and somebody was on there.
Yep. Join space, accept and speak. So I just requested to join the space.
I think you're in automatically. I
Okay.
just added anybody you can join. Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah, somebody is there listening. I'm able to respond to comments on the thing live. I think this is working. This is actually working, Harris.
Yeah.
You did it.
That's working perfectly.
Does it look clear, Casey, on my video?
Yes, on the YouTube channel it does. I see your screen with the your Twitter page up.
So here's where we're going to need to actually, you know what? No, I can't share. You can't share your screen because then it will stop the feed. So you'll need to tell me if you want to share other things. I'll have to share it on the screen, right? Because I can go anywhere on here. I can go here. I can go to any of these different pages.
So if you want to like keep showing the X, then I'll suggest you open the browser on the second monitor. Like use Chrome while you're using the Brave. Just keep the Brave for the X while you're streaming, and keep the Chrome for other things. It's only capture the Brave.
It's only capturing Brave. I can go to Chrome if I want to see something else. You are currently sharing this machine with another person. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So if I want to go to Chrome, you're not going to see this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I see. Okay, good. Wow, I think we got something here. This is crazy. If I can figure this out, man, this would be amazing. I've seen how Joshua Reed, when he does his, he'll go on there and he'll be able to broadcast and produce the whole thing and the whole show, have comments, all these comments, and he's streaming to like 10 different platforms at once. I'm like, but he's done 900 plus episodes. So what?
So yeah, we can also automate the chat too. We can insert the AI. It a time taking process, but in case if you want to like handle the chat, we can insert AI chat bot which will respond to people with this specific command.
Wow.
Nice.
What is that? Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but that's great. Maybe the main thing is I want to be able to get this streaming so people can interact and do comments and join into the space
All
live.
right, all right.
Okay. So that we can really, this actually, what way it could work is I think because I have Zoom, not only I could do it with Zoom on Xspace, but there's also a phone number that anybody could call into.
That'd be cool.
I mean, a lot of people don't have X to go live, do that. You know, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people don't. So a lot of people
Yeah,
do.
there are a lot of people that don't even listen to the X spaces that I
That's
try
right.
to, just because they don't want to create an X account.
They don't want to
So,
go on X. They're not familiar. It's a new thing, you know. So
yeah.
yeah, I get it. But everybody has a phone, and so we could say, you know, because if we then from YouTube, everybody has YouTube, right? So everybody has YouTube, and
The
then
only problem with that I could foresee is there's no way to vet those people. Like when, you know, we
trolls.
spammed with the other stuff that one time, like when someone requests, I always go look at like all of their posts, look at all their pictures, look at their entire page before I approve them, just to make sure that they're not going to just disrupt the flow of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we can see how it goes if we get trolled and spammed with a bunch of bots on the calls. Then so we hang up on them if they want to start talking smack.
Yeah.
But I think it would be fun. I would like to get that out there so people could actually call in on the show live.
Yeah, that would be awesome as long as people don't take advantage of it. So.
Not
Oh
like
yeah.
take up the whole show and you know, but you remember like there's been a lot of live shows I've seen like that are done well. Yeah, they
Mhm.
probably filter the calls, but I kind of like the idea of doing it random and just letting it go, you know, see what happens. And if it's no good, you know, next caller.
Yep.
um,
So
How do
do you
we
wanna
integrate
like
that?
show the number on the screen?
show
Yeah,
what?
wait, like when you do all of this on what's that other platform where you can have like the banners that go across the bottom of the live that would have the phone
Yeah,
number
yeah.
like that?
That's called overlay. Right now we can set a simple text scrolling on the bottom, but in case we want to like show all the things together, you'll have to create a lower third.
Don't
Okay.
let anyone you don't know or trust, Luigi says. Yeah, a lot of YouTube are using StreamYards. Yeah, no, I tried StreamYards. You know, they're
Yeah.
just running a lot of spam and a lot of ads and all that. You know, I just wanted to run. I did get it for a while, but you know, I want to run my own network, and I don't like relying on StreamYards to then they control my stuff. You know, that's what the problem I've been in before. If I can just control it, I'll have just way better access like this. It's a little harder to figure this out with OBS for sure. Right, Harris? I mean, that's the whole problem. OBS was super hard. But if I figure it out, it'll totally make all the difference. What's that? How did you do that?
I'm sh- I'm showing you the example how we can show the text on our screen of the live. Um,
So I wonder if it's
Use the
showing
mouse.
all the audio on X right now. I forgot to check and do that. It might not be. Wait a second. If I stop sharing I don't know. I guess it's working, right? You can hear it, Casey. So clearly you're hearing it on YouTube.
Yes.
Cool. Right there, you could have a call-in phone number. Contact me at this phone number. He says, no audio on X, he said. Oh. Unmute. Now I unmuted on X. Thank you. Thank you, Levi. I was muted on X, apparently, so that's why. Just sitting there talking to nobody. Mute. Unmuted. Now you hear me. She's Yeah, don't let anyone know you know trust. Uh, that's gonna be
What's
funny
up,
because
Raph?
hey,
What's up, my beautiful people? How are you doing?
hey, Raphael.
Yo, why is everybody in BSV like really good looking? We're all just like extremely good looking. What's going on? Very good
It's
looking.
the
We're
truth.
all very good looking. We're in shape, you know.
Yeah,
We all like to play basketball, right?
yeah. Well,
Work out.
the truth makes you good, healthy, fit, and wise and better. You know, that's the whole thing. You live a life of truth. It's just natural. When you live a life of lies and you say that BTC is Bitcoin, you know, in your whole life, I mean, it's like it eats at you, you know?
The worst is that you change your sex. You go through a sex change operation. I guess that's what I've been hearing from people. It gets that bad. You like start denying yourself to the point that you like have to change your identity completely. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, I'm really happy to be part of Bitcoin. I'm really happy to be amongst all of you who are so awesome. Um, yeah, I love this community. I'm just really happy with everything that's going down.
Me
Really happy to
too.
be here.
Dude, I couldn't be happier, man. This is gonna sound crazy, but I want to start a movement, and I know you're gonna disagree with me, so brace yourself, and I'm okay with it. But I want to really start a movement to get BSV off the exchanges just for the next 2 years, because as the cards fall with Tether over the next 2 years, and then BTC and the whole and the music stops, if it's not on all those bucket shop exchanges and it's just on pure onboarding platforms, it will have less collateral damage. That's just my thinking. And plus, it won't be
Gavin, I can't disagree with you because that's pretty much where we're at already.
great. I think we should
we
keep
are
it
in
up, keep
we
going.
are on none of the exchanges that you would not, all the exchanges that you would not want BSV to be in, not there. So there you go. Answered
Yeah,
your prayer right there,
it's
brother.
it's a start, right? I think we got to get it, just finish the job, get it off of all the other ones, and then it will be mission accomplished. It'll just be about onboarding. I think it's just be like, hey, I have
Okay.
fiat, I want to get Bitcoin. Great.
Yeah,
I
we
got
are
disconnected.
so
I
like
need to connect
I think
again.
that there's an
Okay, Harris,
opportunity
sounds
for
good.
I think there's an opportunity for entrepreneurs and businesses in BSV to use people that are already like um, BSV driven individuals that understand BSV and to create incentive structures to propagate their
You'll
business
have to share the
ventures.
screen again.
So like the example I like to give is BitPay in the early days they created an affiliate system where you would get a certain percentage, and it was actually a very good percentage out of any transaction that a a storefront would make using Bitcoin. You would get a percentage as an affiliate in perpetuity, and it was a pretty big percentage. It was like 15% or something like that. That forever, anyone that bought anything with Bitcoin was going to get 15% of the purchase. Of however much BitPay made or something like that. But it was a very good program, and people who are working on like enterprise solutions, I think that they could easily find a motivated workforce within BSV of people who could make connections for them and grow their market.
Casey had an idea about growing the market. I don't know if that would kind of apply there, Casey, with the farmers and how you what he's talking about. Kind of sounds similar. So, did you want to bring that up right now? Maybe you have an idea on it, Casey.
Regarding like an affiliate system.
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe I understood. He was, yeah. Didn't sound like, I'm not sure about an affiliate system, but it sounded like
Revenue
it was
sharing or
similar.
something.
Your idea was kind of on the same wavelength as what he was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know anything about BitPay, Raph. What exactly was it? Can you elaborate a little more?
So BitPay, created the first like point of sale solution for Bitcoin. I don't remember exactly if they were the first, but they definitely were the most successful in the early days. And so BitPay had an affiliate program, anyone could become a BitPay affiliate, and your job was to go to all of the
Oh,
local stores in your area and set them up with BitPay as their Bitcoin payment processor.
I've been waiting for something like that. And I've been asking around, do we have any kind of POS system in BSV at all yet? Because I need that like right away.
Yeah, so that's there you go. So for example, I know that one of the teams that won the hackathon in Austin, the Babbage hackathon, and they created a point of sale solution. And so if that were to become an actual like commercialized entity that was promoting point of sale adoption of BSV, of Bitcoin, then an affiliate program like that would motivate people like you, like me,
Yeah,
anyone. Because
100%.
okay, so like I go to my barber shop and when I get a haircut and I want to pay them with Bitcoin, why wouldn't I want to like set them up with, you know, as people who take BSV as payment in my community so that I can,
Earn
in
a little further
perpetuity
of
get
every.
a commission. You know, in
Yeah,
perpetuity I get a percentage for every transaction that happens.
I
Dude, I
wanted
was so motivated in the early days doing this.
that's
We onboarded over 70 businesses in Austin, Texas.
yep. Yep, I honestly that's when I went to the Litecoin conference with shit, what was his name? Uh Rice Crypto and the other dude that was with him.
I
I'm
think
so drawing a
so.
blank on his
His
name, but they were
name.
doing that. They did that to our cab driver, our Uber driver or something that we were riding around with. Onboarded him right there in the freaking thing instantly. It was great and it was very inspiring. I'm honestly very surprised we don't have something like that already. So that's something that I think should be high priority for every developer that's building right now. I was gonna reach out to Roy, and I know I just spoke with Ty, Project Babbage. They're getting ready to start doing some more community outreach and just like hackathon type stuff up there regularly in Oregon that he asked me to be a part of. So I'm so ready for something like that. I would hit the ground running with as many merchants as I could find. So
Yeah, you can definitely like someone can spin up like an SPV solution that is plug and play. And the thing, a lot of this happened because, you know, like when we had the hash war with Bitcoin Cash, they were emphasizing this whole two market strategy of like, you know, using Bitcoin to buy your coffee, using Bitcoin for your groceries, using Bitcoin for, you know, all of these things, right? And which is so BSV, when it took off, it really differentiated itself by being very cutting edge, like extremely cutting edge from everything else in crypto. I mean, we were doing Solana and beyond like things right after the hash war with Bitcoin Cash. And some businesses were so ahead of the curve that they didn't find a market fit. And so, but that's not bad. It just shows you the what's possible. Like BSV really like opened the floodgates of everything possible on chain and with the Bitcoin protocol. So you had like, you know, as you guys know, two camps in BSV emerged from that, right? Like the enterprise driven solution camp, and you had like the degenomics on chain entrepreneurship that revolves around open source development camp, right? Both are good, but it really just no one in BSV really cared to do the very simple thing that we've seen Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash doing forever, right? Which is become that point of sale solution, right? We maybe had one entity in BSV that kind of strived to do that. Actually, we had two because I helped them onboard it. It was Pompey in Mexico. I don't know if they're even still around. And the other one was, what's the other one was AnyPay. And they also had like a Bitcoin solution. But like, it's you know, a lot of developers are, you know, they see this and they ask themselves like, well, why would I do, I think ever since we have a crypto world after the Civil War, you know, we have a crypto world. the mindset is like, well, now you're competing with all these other digital currencies. Like, we need to do something that really differentiates BSV aside, that in doing something that only BSV can do. And that's kind of like where we're still at. But that does not mean that we don't take care of these sectors, which I think that paradoxically are the ones that could use this technology the most.
Yeah, well, I did see here that
Hey bro, you back?
mybsb.io, that wallet that I did an interview with
You can hear
Patrick,
me?
the guy that created this, he said he was building in a POS system here for local markets for merchants, and also was building a CRM into it for them that I requested him to do,
Gavin,
because
can
I
you hear
feel
me?
like, how do we track our sales and how do we incentivize our customers to go check out your new soap that you just made or something, ping them with a micro payment to let them know you just dropped a new episode or
Bro,
something. How do you stay in contact after the sale and build a list with your BSB customers? That's the money is always in the list, right? So I think this is definitely the
you can hear
missing
me?
piece to actually making this
Can you hear me?
technology function in the real world. I don't really want to spend my BSV right now, but I would buy my meat with it if it supports my farmer. He's interested. I mean, these are people ready to take action, but we can't even service them yet. So it's kind of just a waste of energy until this is built.
It's pretty cool. I've never seen my BSV. I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah, mybsv.io. It looks really cool. And I did do a space with Patrick. You can listen to. I could send you the link. But that was the only space I've ever hosted. Gavin wasn't available to join us that day, but Scott and I had a conversation with him, and that's where the idea of adding in the CRM was born. But this is the closest thing I have found to a POS for merchants at this point, to generate instant payment requests and invoices and all that stuff that make us look legit, So we need to build on this, and it needs to be done as soon as possible to continue the momentum. I mean, obviously, I made one post yesterday, and there was a lot of momentum from it, so much so that the one owner of the farm that I spoke to, he has 3 other partners, it's 2 couples that own this farm together and run it. So he was like, hey, just pump your brakes and let me have time to, deep dive into this. He knew nothing, but he was very intrigued when I texted him a penny and then I texted him a whole BSV to give him the money to buy his handle and show him how easy it is to actually use this peer-to-peer cash, and try to dispel some of the myths that are going on in the global conversation here about BTC and everything. And he's ready to take action. We just don't have the technology to back up his business model at this point. So,
Or do
Dude,
we?
that's awesome.
Or do we? I don't know, Ralph. I mean, they had the BitPay. I remember BitPay. That was a badass program. They used to have BitPay was huge, and it may even still be around. But it was like BitPay was absolutely taken off. 20. I remember 2015, maybe 20, probably 2014, 2015 era, and it was just launching. Everybody was getting on that thing. But they must have had that affiliate program. Now there's
Yeah, but it's
nothing.
it's very difficult. Like even their business model kind of went under because if you remember, like BitPay, Zappo, Coinbase, a lot of these people were part of the New York agreement that wanted to increase the block size. Like Tony Jalipy and all these guys, they wanted they were big blockers like us. So if you think about it, like BitPay, I actually helped them source capital for their D round, freaking D round. So BitPay, it kind of was pissed, and most of these payment processors were pissed off you that a lot of what the money that they invested in, and all of the development that they had gone through, like all of the onboarding of businesses, mom and pop shops all over the world, all of a sudden that went to shit because, how are you going to buy a beer when your transaction is $20, it's ridiculous. So,
Probably put a lot of bad taste in a lot of people's mouths too, as merchants to
Right.
move forward with this technology.
One,
So
yeah, exactly. Once you try to use it, and then it was $20 for one beer. That was. And then it was like, oh, I'm not using this anymore.
yeah, so it's so so which is, I guess, okay, because I think that it's proper to expect that Bitcoin would have been attacked the way that it has been, and that the deception that we live under with BTC is as big as it is. So for me, it's like obvious, right? Like to expect anything less from the people that run the world it would be stupid. So no, it makes total sense that this happened to Bitcoin, that we went through everything that we did, and we still have, thank God, the fullness of Bitcoin and BSV, and the fact that we can offer this and other solutions and no one else can, is really sets this network apart. Now, there has been like many different fads within BSV and within Bitcoin history, but it's important. There's been encouragement and discouragement from various different people, motivating entrepreneurs to just, focus on this, focus on that. Heck, I even fell into bullshit sides of this, with like Jack Lew telling people, don't get money from VCs, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That was all retarded. That was all stupid. The truth is that Bitcoin is a protocol that is capable of doing pretty much everything. So fuck what anyone else thinks. You do what you want to do, period. If you want to do NFTs, have fun. If you want to do payment processing solutions, have fun. If you want to work in AI, have fun. If you want to, work with enterprise solutions, have fun. Like, this network is that awesome that it allows you to do everything. So if you want to do privacy coins and privacy protocols, there are libraries in BSV that allow you to do that on chain, or have privacy tools or assets that originate with the BSV blockchain, and you can configure it to attest back to the blockchain however you want, and then you can play with all types of cryptography at the same time. So like, you can do everything here. So we need to make sure that we start creating a culture where everything is welcome. Every type of idea is welcome. It was really unfortunate that we had influential people in BSV in the past that would like discourage other people from doing things, right? Oh, you're stupid, you're doing this wrong, or you're not doing this as you should be, or you're like, no, screw you. Every possibility is available here. And yeah, have fun. Like, the world's your oyster. And notice that a lot of the people that in the past were like, my way is better, or this is the only way, those people have actually dug themselves into holes where they're now like in bed with VCs that they used to criticize and that they can't get away from. Like, they're in bed with people, with lizards that they just can't get away from, that they owe these entities, So like, no, this is a freedom space. BSV is a straight up, Bitcoin's original design is a space for freedom where anyone can come and do whatever they want because everything's possible here. And so, yeah, I think we're seeing like a new renaissance with Bitcoin right now. I honestly just call it Bitcoin. I think
I agree.
I don't know why the BSV Association doesn't call it Bitcoin. I call it Bitcoin. I can't call
Right.
BTC Bitcoin. It's really hard for me to call BTC Bitcoin.
It just
I can't call that
feels dishonest, like when you.
It is, because it is. This
Yeah.
is Bitcoin. Yeah, this is
Exactly.
Bitcoin.
Right. I mean,
It's been beat up, but it's Bitcoin.
I couldn't agree more, dude, Raph. We just start using Bitcoin because we're just telling the truth. Like, you look at the white paper, we're just talking about the white paper Bitcoin. That's it. It's just Bitcoin. We don't need to call it anything but Bitcoin. It's the Bitcoin protocol. Right?
Yeah, and everyone that is here right now and people in the Bitcoin space, they're very special people because we've been through a lot. So if just remember the people that are around you right now, because these people have been through thick and thin with you. They've been here for the Bitcoin, for the fullness of Bitcoin, And when the masses eventually come, just remember who you can trust, because these are the people here that you can trust, and so yeah,
But the problem, Raphael, is that when you call it Bitcoin, it just confuses people, right?
it
I
confuses dumb people, but it doesn't confuse us. Like, you
no,
have to
yeah,
realize
absolutely. But the
we
problem
have to
is
lean into
there's only
every aspect of
few.
who we are. As Bitcoiners, we cannot deny ourselves of every aspect that makes us who we are, our history, everything. Even the bad things, the stupid things that we've gone through, that we've witnessed, we have to lean into it, completely own it. And any marketing, PR professional will tell you that you have to own it. Own your
Okay.
identity, own your
But
legend, own
Raphael,
everything.
I've been in spaces with you with a bunch of BTCers, and when you call Bitcoin is scaling, right? People people read into it and they think it's BTC that scales, dude. I'm telling you, I understand where you're coming from, but the confusion will forever be there because
No,
then
no, no.
in their
Sometimes I
heads,
say that. So, okay, we were counter psyoping them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Whenever you've ever heard me talk about scalable Bitcoin, it's a way for us as BSVers to counter psyop BTC. How do
No,
we do that? Because
wait.
we've put into their mind the idea that they must scale to the point that even the core devs are they have the great script restoration and all this BS because they understand now finally that they fucked up, and they're trying to backpedal. They're really putting everything in place right now for the day when it comes that BSV poses an existential threat to them vividly, for them to be able to come out of nowhere and say, hey, we've been working on restoring these opcodes and we're ready to increase the block size. It will come to that. Count my words, it's going to come to that. The moment will come where they're going to have to embrace everything BSV has been saying in their half-assed, distorted way. They're going to try to. So they already know that. So whenever we would use the term scalable Bitcoin, is to entice them to push them into a corner where they had to reassess their whole scaling mindset, to the point that they themselves have entered into bickering amongst themselves, that they're confused, that they talk about the word hyper Bitcoinization without even understanding the meaning, for example, where they right now have had to embrace everything that they learned from Jiawei Liu and Craig Wright, because I took screenshots of their internal conversations where they were sharing Craig Wright literature grudgingly amongst themselves in order to copy his ideas of how Bitcoin is Turing complete, in order for them to turn around and sell to their venture capital friends layer two solutions where they do half-ass version of Bitcoin script. So and this is why I
yeah,
had Jiawei
Raphael,
Liu
yeah,
sit
I
down
understand.
with Super Testnet. It's because
Listen,
we led a
Raphael.
campaign with out of spontaneous order as BSVers into BTC. This was spontaneous order, dude. We had no central plan or nothing. Just came out naturally with ordinals that we saw it as an opportunity to educate them, and we did. So we have to use that term scalable Bitcoin. Language is very important because they themselves, BTC right now, still has the opportunity to go back on every fuck up that they've ever did and scale their blockchain. They can still do that, but
People
we
don't
already
get
have
the
the infrastructure in
nuance,
place.
Raphael. I understand what you're trying to say, but people don't get the nuance, man. All I'm saying is that be mindful of this because you might think, well, we're sort of having this inside jab with BTC people, but people get confused. I've had some of these discussions with people, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's because there's no at least when I hope that when people do that, at least they should at least start with the notion that they say something along the lines, we're talking about the original Bitcoin protocol, not this BTC, right?
Exactly.
So
Yes.
so
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 I always use
people
the term.
understand it versus
Yes.
getting confused because even it takes one or two people that are interested in stuff and they hear lightning is going to scale and this sort of, forever promise, right? They believe it, especially when it comes from someone like you, where oh, this guy's fairly knowledgeable about the Bitcoin history, and he's saying that it scales, but in their heads it's BTC that you're talking about, right? Without putting the nuance into the room so that they sort of understand, right? And I think it's just,
So look, man,
we
I've
should be
been very
mindful about it.
successful as a teacher. Okay, look, let me just give my experience. I've been very successful as a teacher, leading people to the real Bitcoin, BSV, by leading them into the point of where they have to do the inquiry themselves. So you're completely right. I use terms like scalable Bitcoin, the fullness of Bitcoin. That one hits home, and also Bitcoin's original design. Those terms I use a lot, and many times, I think by talking nonchalantly about Bitcoin history and not having to explain yourself fully in every detail, you can lead someone's mind to draw their conclusion. So the way that I approach this is that when, for example, I write something, I give you all of the premises, and very seldomly do I actually give you the conclusion. And why do I not give the conclusion? Is because I learned my formal education is in philosophy. You can't give someone the conclusion of an argument. You have to get them to a point where they start doing philosophy themselves, and then they're actually a philosophy student. So you give them the premises, and then you step back and let that syllogism take place in their mind, take root, and they will figure things out. That's the way I approach it. So I agree with you. It's just, and I think this conversation is very important because we as Bitcoiners have been under a lot of attack. And look how even I talk to you. I talk to you as we as Bitcoiners. I'm never going to say we as BSVers. That's weird to me. No, we're Bitcoiners.
Yeah.
This is Bitcoin. This is the fullness of Bitcoin. That is crippled Bitcoin.
Well
Yeah, I
said.
mean, just speaking with the farm recently, I mean, there is so much confusion. So it really makes people stall and have no action instead of moving forward because of all of that. But I hear you. It's just we got to
Timing.
break through this stuff with
But
the
as soon
right
as you
tools.
use it, the confusion stops.
Yeah, that if they could see a POS system work right there at their booth at the farmers market, and the way he saw the micropayment come through instantly when I texted it to him without even needing a wallet and all that stuff. I mean, that got him to definitely go into a deeper conversation with me, with him asking the questions. I wasn't even leading it, so it was really, really awesome. I mean, it's just we just need to build the right tools to empower these people, and they'll move forward.
Yeah, it's
Well,
so
But
easy.
but
Like,
Casey, did you feel that was mostly because, and I don't know the full story, but did you feel that was mostly because they're sort of being introduced into a different sort of, industry with crypto, and an avenue for them to sort of learn this stuff? Because my next question is, right, what happens when some other payment system that uses crypto comes into play, where they see that as a viable sort of alternative that runs side by side to what they're running now, right? I guess I'm trying to get a gauge whether if you're introducing this stuff, right, are you introducing it with the perspective that they're forever being BSV? Because, I look at Nano as an example, right? A feeless sort of thing, and they have payment systems built up and time tested already at this point. I think there was like 4 or 5 years ago since Nanos ran the first POS systems, right? And that has gotten hardly any traction, right? I mean, outside of the nano community. I guess I'm trying to get a gauge whether people are more trying to learn this stuff, or people are trying to sell their stuff. And if another vertical comes about where they can use that, they'll use that no matter what, just to increase the footprint of what they're trying to do.
In my experience recently, it's just that they're curious because they see the whole country is talking about this now. It's not just a fringe niche thing anymore. It's our entire government. So, but they're still really confused on how to get involved and get started and start using this technology and where is it going to go? And, the questions from people that know nothing. This guy knows nothing about any other cryptos or anything, but they are interested in getting involved in Bitcoin and the thought of it, being an investment opportunity for retirement and things like that, which they've heard some of that narrative, also intrigued them. So it's just a matter of getting them educated with real world use cases. They don't want just the concepts. They want to know, how do I use it? What do I do? What's the next action to take? So I
So
just
they're thinking BTC, right? When they get pushed Bitcoin, they don't understand the nuance between what scales and doesn't scale, because
Yeah,
you
they
just
know
you just
nothing
mentioned
about
retirement.
any of that. I did have to explain to them that there is a global liquidity grab playing out on the people with this psyop of all these people telling them to buy Bitcoin, buy all these other cryptos, XRP, and this and that, and it's going to make you rich. And to me, that is just a way to destroy the middle class even more, and people that don't know what they're actually buying, so that when it all crashes, they have nothing, and so they will accept whatever's ushered into them next, out of being basically forced from being wiped out. So it's just I don't really know what's happening and why they're doing this. I mean, we did see the White House like citing Craig Wright recently in some articles and things like that. So um, I mean, Gavin and I were speaking about that before we practiced with this space. It's moving in the direction towards clarifying all of this with the new bills and things that are being passed. But there's a lot of people that are interested right now, and the only option for them is just to buy and hold. So to tell him that, hey, I just texted you a penny. There's no other payment system really out there that can do that right now. His next question was, well, if I start accepting this as a payment for my products, how do taxes work and stuff like that? So I didn't have the complete answers on that because it's still confusing to me too. Is it a taxable event only if you take it back into fiat, or, how does that work? I'm not sure to answer that question, which is why I was going to get him in touch with some better experts that can go deeper with him into those business LLC type questions where he has business partners. They have to make sure that they're doing everything correctly if they are going to start, moving forward with.
So I have a solution for that. Well, there's a BSV person. I don't want to say it yet, but he's been working on a solution on a wallet that has all of accounting stuff ready for you to do taxes. But Edge Wallet is very friendly to BSV. And Edge Wallet was created by a bunch of accountants, people that are professional accountants. And the wallet is built as accounting software that you could plug into any QuickBooks, any type of accounting software.
That's what they're asking for right now.
Yeah, so Edge Wallet is ready to plug and play for BSV. Paul Pui, the CEO, is a good buddy of mine, and he's every time he goes to a conference, he's like, Raf, you have no idea. I always have BSV people coming up to me as to when, look, people in BSV dropped the ball, let's be honest, because he did support BSV for like 2 years, and then he was having a hard time with, I guess, one of the nodes. And we just need someone from BSV to please, get in touch with Paul Pui and the Edge team, and they would be more than happy to help to reinstate BSV on their wallet. And so, yeah, the Edge wallet is really cool because the Edge wallet even has like an exchange service within it. So it would even be another pool of liquidity for BSV.
I will tell you, if we can get this accounting and the CRM all rolled into one wallet, I can do a lot of things with that, with a lot of people that are ready to take action. They just don't have that exact tool to track their sales and build their list the way that they can do right now. And these alternative systems. So is this the Edge wallet here? Just Edge wallet on X? Because I would love to be in touch with those
Edge.app.
people. Edge.app, found it. Okay.
Yeah. They're awesome, dude. It's one of the leading wallets in the entire crypto space. It's built with I mean, they're accountants, right? Accounting is set up. It has the whole thing ready to plug and play for it with any QuickBooks like system. And so, yeah, man, it's ready to go. So I know Kurt and Gorilla Pool were working with them. We need either if they're too busy and they can't help, with the Edge Wallet team to reinstate BSV, someone else, please, if you're listening to this, DM me. I'll put you in contact with Paul Pui and the Edge team, and we can get the ball rolling because, yeah, yeah. Also, guys, money. The stablecoin is amazing. Okay, like, it's been the easiest onboarding experience I've ever had with BSV because I didn't have to explain anything about Bitcoin. I literally sent them a penny.
Raphael, can
And
I ask you a quick
yeah.
question? In
So
Monero, when you do a transaction in Monero, right, there's a notes section in there. I'm just thinking from a BSV perspective, is there an ability to put that within the wallet and then put the invoices as part of the notes, similar to how Monero does it, where you can say if you bought like Starbucks, you can put $20 here for coffee on that notes section?
yeah, you can do that. I mean, you can do a
Can
lot
you
more
do
in,
that?
in
I mean,
Bitcoin. Oh yeah, you can
that's
do
what I'm
way
thinking.
more actually, way
That
more.
might be a simple way for like merchants to like look at it and say, okay, I can plug in an invoice number in here so that when I can pull the data on a monthly basis just to check, then there's a sort of a reference of what was done within that, those transactions.
Yeah, you can definitely do that and a lot more.
Hello, Bitcoiners.
Alex.sats.
What's up, people, friends? Gavin, Casey, Raf, everybody. I kind of just wanted to hijack the mic for a second, not trying to throw this off and enjoying the conversation for sure. You guys are all awesome. But shout out to Roy Murphy in the audience. I heard some buzz about something that he's building. If he wants to come up and speak about it, that would be awesome. I know a lot of people are curious to hear from the man, the myth, the legend. But also, Roy, I hit you up via DM a while back because I would love to have you on the Sally Agoras weekly show that I booked guests for. Craig was a recent guest, so Sal is Bitcoin friendly, and that would be a great audience. He's got like a ton of followers, 275,000 followers. So if you want to jump on a live stream, one of these coming weeks, hit me back via DM. Alex.sats here. Anyway, respect to the man Roy Murphy and all of you guys. Let's fucking go.
Dude, what can you tell me about Roy, Alex? I'm a newbie on
Dude,
here.
I'm a newbie too. I don't know. That's why I said the man, the myth, the legend. I've heard that he's been around the block a few times, and I feel like I don't know. He's got his GitHub. You can check his GitHub.
Well, I
Raph probably knows a little. I don't know.
Casey perked my interest big time. She called me and we talked about it. Now and then I saw Scott. Now I know Scott personally. All right, so I don't know Scott online. I know Scott. I went down, like Scott and I got down together. Like, dude, Scott's my boy, 369 BSV. Okay, so like, dude, he and I are tight. And I know Scott is not the type of person to go out there and talk somebody up just because he wants to. And he really talked up Roy big time. Big time, dude. And dude, I was like highly impressed with what he said. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just was really hoping to have a deeper conversation with Roy about hopefully being able to help build these tools that we need. Like I said, that Patrick guy built the wallet with the POS and the CRM, but these other aspects we just flushed out here, like we need builders to build this kind of stuff ASAP. And I don't see a lot of people actually taking action on building other than the Terranode team and Roy. Everybody else seems like they've kind of like totally dropped the ball when it comes to building publicly. and making a splash about it. So we need stuff, Roy. If we can put in some requests for you to code out, how do we go about doing that? And I know you're on the front lines of trying to build the things that we need today, but these are high priority. So I know I bugged you a lot in DM to get that interview accomplished, but might be easier to actually have a conversation about this than try to message it. I'm glad you were here to at least hear this conversation now. So
Yeah, like it's not that we don't have the talent. Like I started a little group that actually blew up, Relay Y, where I have a bunch of devs there, just like eager to build. So if you have building ideas, go to Relay Y. There's guys literally eager to build, and they don't know what to build. That's the problem. They're talented devs. They don't know what to build. Like you talk to David Case or Satchmo, like that's what they told me. It's like guys like us, we don't know what to build. You tell us what you need, and we'll do it for you. Like so, anyone with ideas, anyone that's business oriented, if you guys just want to try little MVPs, DM me. I'll put you into Relay Y and just throw ideas out there. We need to have. We were doing hangouts on Relay Y when we got started. I need to get back on doing that more. Development oriented powwows, which are really cool. But yeah, so Casey, just like talk to the devs in there. Trust me, they are eager to build. And it's important to have these conversations and keep the momentum going, because the attack on Bitcoin, guys, wasn't just like an economic attack or something external to you as a person. It was really an attack on the Bitcoiner itself. Because if you can have the best technology in the world, so if you want to destroy that technology, you obviously you can't commit murder. That's against the law, right? But you can definitely persuade someone not to even think about that anymore. How? By demoralizing them, by making them psychologically, not capable of even going there. So that is the biggest. That has been the biggest
Let me
assault on Bitcoin.
let me
The
ask
assault on
you,
the Bitcoiner.
Ralph. Let me take you back. You were about to roll into MNEE, and I wanted to know what you found out about it with the onboarding. I haven't done, or I wanted to know, maybe you could talk a little bit about that, because that's like going to be the key, because everything in the U.S. is going into stablecoins right now with the Genius Act, and so that's going to be the first thing that will be adopted. Is all the stablecoin stuff, in the law, as the law says. So, can you tell me more about your experience with them?
Yeah, it was very easy. I told you guys the story, right? I went to a Tesla dealership doing the hackathon, and I was talking to the manager. The dude had a fintech startup himself, and I told him to pull up, the moneywallet.com, I think it's what it is, and I sent him a penny, and he was in shock. And he was like, wow, dude, wow. So I don't pay any gas like in Ethereum? He's like, no, just like Tesla, no gas. And he started laughing. Then he called his friends. So, no, it was very easy. And everywhere that I show, pardon me, my dog is snoring next to me. Anyone that is in, I've never had a response to any crypto application in my life like I have had with money, because you're dealing with, a stable coin that's very easy to understand. You don't even have to explain anything about what network you're using. But the fact that they realize that you're using that is costing nothing really, just like one sat or something ridiculous. I think money charges 1 penny. I think that's what they charge. That in itself is like mind-boggling, right? And so, no, it's very, very positive. All the responses that I've gotten, and I think that's a very very genius way of onboarding people. You can
What's
say
it
that
backed by right now, Raphael? I heard about money, but I'm not really aware of
U.S.
what.
Treasuries,
Also,
and yeah,
they are buying short-term treasuries.
U.S. Treasuries is what it's backed by.
Only U.S. treasuries.
As far
Yeah,
as I know that, and they
only
might have
U.S.
like
Yep,
another
100%.
basket of They might
No,
have
no,
other.
they're not dealing with anything UK right now, or you at all Europe,
Okay.
because Europe has questionable law stuff right now, so they're still not quite there. But US is 100% legal, so money's just focused on the US market.
I thought it was backed by rare Pepe cards.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were using commercial paper as well as U.S. Treasuries, but if it's U.S. Treasuries, then it's solid.
No, yeah, it's they a lot of people have said like, well, Raf, we've had stable coins on BSV in the past. I'm like, look, dude, there's been a lot of ideas for BSV in the past, but the execution has been shit, like shit execution. So, and I'm not going to name any names. It's just the execution has been shit. So you can have great ideas, but it's in creating the execution and the two market strategy that times the market well, right? Because you could have great execution, great ideas, great technology, but if you're too ahead of the market and you don't and you're not timing where the market is pedagogically regarding Bitcoin, the fullness of Bitcoin, you're also not going to hit the mark, right? So you have to have all of those ducks in the row, and so yeah, we had stable coins in the past, but the wallets that had them weren't the best, So and the incentive structure, right? You have to give people to onboard other people to this technology. You have to create an incentive. And that's what I was telling you about, Casey, like the BitPay incentive affiliate program. That is genius. And if someone were to do it on BSV, I'm pretty sure you can get a bunch of BSV people, onboarding businesses to BSV, and you can start onboarding businesses to money as well. So like, there are many avenues to market, and I think everyone should be encouraged to explore them all.
Yeah,
Yo,
money to stable coins like the gateway drug. Then they'll come in and get more. Go ahead, Alex. Yeah.
today is sort of like Big Block Bitcoin's birthday. August 1st, 2017 was the
Oh,
chain split.
I remember that.
So happy birthday to Big Block Bitcoin,
That
August
day
1st.
was that. How much longer was it after that where the price almost flipped? It wasn't long after. It was like I remember that. Remember like it was yesterday, dude.
Yeah, times are moving fast.
Yeah, and everyone out there is looking for like this killer application, and it's okay to have that desire that for that application that goes viral, but there's also something to be said about creating a humble business, that grows one storefront at a time, right? There's nothing wrong with that either. That's a noble endeavor and a good market strategy that could be very sustainable, right? So it's there's the thing with BSV is that there's so many possibilities that yeah, you can't, if you're passionate about something, just do that. It really comes down to you. Are you passionate about this business sector? And if that's what you're passionate about, then go for it.
Yep.
Never give up.
Dude, so Alex, can you please share the success story about Zach, please? Because I've seen the guy on a lot of photos, and he looks like he's doing great, but I haven't really heard like any testimony about, his recovery.
Yeah. Well, holy crap, guys. I had like a 45-minute conversation with him last week. It was amazing. It was truly a blessing to that was like actually the first time that we'd spoken in like 10 months or something, 8 months, 10 months. Um, since literally like the last CoinGeek space, right, that we hosted together. Um, Probably I think was the last time. Yeah, we spoke before that. But anyway, like he's doing well in his speech therapy and physical therapy. He's been through like quite a lot on his body. Like a lot of surgeries, like a lot of surgeries in the last, several months. So, but that dude is stronger than most I know, because I didn't even know somebody can go through all that, and he's like getting stronger. And so there was a few lucky Bitcoiners who got to actually hang out with him in person. What was it, like last month at the hackathon they did in Colorado? So yeah, I mean, I want to say like Zach is back, but until like, I feel like you guys get to, experience hearing from him and stuff. It's like not fair to the fully, but I mean, like, yeah, he's doing good. So praise God. Yeah, thanks for everybody who was, prayed for him and all that, and just sent all that love. Like, it's just really powerful. That he's such a meaningful part of this community, and it really showed. So shout out to all you guys, and yeah, shout out to Zach. We love you, Zach. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say, details and stuff, but yeah, that's generally like positive, update that I can give.
Wow. Yeah, truly inspiring to watch Hooligan, and really like I think Hooligan deserves a lot of credit too. He really like got behind supporting Zach, and
Yeah, that was awesome for sure.
that was
Inspired a
awesome,
bunch of
dude.
people.
Yeah, big time, dude.
I do my push-ups every day for Zach. I don't post the video, but I mean, I shouldn't say every day. No, I'm not trying to, flex, but yeah, I do them, and I'm reminded, just because of this little trend that Hooligan started, and it's cool how little ideas can have ripples, and literally, like, I'm getting healthier because Hooligan had that silly little idea, and it caught on. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, like that should be like an inspiration to us all, Let your ideas out into the world.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
see, Gavin, you've got the example phone number streaming across the bottom of the YouTube. I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out if we have random people calling in.
If I have a phone number, I can put it right there, and people can call in on this thing. That's how I. That's once I figure out how to use that. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to change that right now.
Are
I
you going
can't.
to get a burner phone or something? Like, what number are you going to put out there to the world?
I I haven't figured that out yet, but it will.
Okay,
Yeah.
Google Voice, or don't put your real number
No,
out.
it wouldn't be my number. It would be the Zoom. It would be Zoom number, right? It would be the
Oh,
live call on Zoom. I'm pretty
oh,
sure that's how it would
okay.
work. I think they joined on the Zoom call.
Yeah, okay,
I
never
think.
mind.
I mean, we'd have to test it out. I think that's how it would work. It'd be super cool to have
Can
people
you
call
put
in.
that on there now and test it since this was supposed to
Sure.
be a space?
How do I find the number? So, no, I don't know how to do that. No, I'd have to ask Harris, who he
Okay,
was setting this up, and there's some complicated settings here on the OBS that he would have
okay.
to do. And then
Yeah, that's
he's
why this whole space started tonight, guys, was just to test out streaming live on YouTube for tomorrow. So,
BSV customer support desk. How can we help you?
Yo, Alex,
Yeah,
Alex, I look forward to costly signals, nudge, nudge.
let's go. Yeah, maybe Roy
Dude,
Murphy
there's
can be
just
the first
so,
guest. Not to put him on the spot again, but yeah, let's
dude,
do it.
this is such,
Start the
it's
show.
just, this place is so legendary, bro. There's so much
Yo,
lore.
I was hanging out with Paul Pui last weekend, bro. We were partying in Miami. We were raging, bro. I got so wild, like I got my phone and a wallet stolen. It was not good, but um, Miami, it'll swallow you up. Shit
Hey,
happens.
did you bring up BSV?
Yo, they tried to hack my Rock wallet. Actually, I found the guy, bro.
yeah.
Like
What's the
literally.
story with that? You got hacked? What happened?
So, I found an article today. This dude was dumb enough to like try to log into another device with my iCloud, and so a bunch of his like Apple Wallet cards ended up on my phone once I got like reconnected to like a different device and stuff. So I can see his name. I Google his name and I find an article that he had pretended to be a Lyft driver last year and stole somebody's phone and money, and basically did the same exact thing to me a few days ago. So yeah, police report sent, and we'll see. What are you gonna do as an anarchist? You know, Hooligan was trying to get me to pull up with the squad, militia style, but I was like, you know what? I got things to do this week.
Yeah. So this happened in
Otherwise, I would.
2013. I say around 2013 or 2012 to the girl I was dating at the time. And this, she had the tracking device on her. She tracked the device. Like, it sounds like what you did, where you were able to track the device. Somehow she was able to do the same thing. And she had the guy tracked on the device where it was. And so then we rolled up on him, dude, and punked him, and just punked him and took it back, dude. It was just like that.
Oh, that's wild.
It was
Yeah, that
just,
reminds me of I've seen video where they showed up to the TSA. It was like Dateline NBC or something. TSA person was accused of like stealing devices, and they're like, "Yeah, we tracked something here." He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about," and they set the alarm off, starts beeping. He's like, "Oh shit, busted." Yeah,
So was this for that wedding in Miami?
yeah. It was after
So, so this
fellow
is a
Bitcoiner wedding.
yeah, fellow Bitcoin. Well, everybody knows, dude. Tatiana Moroz got married, and she's an OG Bitcoiner, and a bunch of Bitcoin OGs got invited. And I didn't go because I had things to do with my fam, but I was invited, and I wanted to go. Did you see any OG Bitcoiners there?
Uh, Let me see, Gabe. I mean, yeah, I'm not just not gonna start naming names.
Were they mostly BSB people, or because she's a real BTC girl? You know what I'm saying? She's been pretty much around the BTC crowd since the
I don't
Civil
know, but
War.
I was almost gonna start bothering Paul about the BSV thing too. But I already talked to him about that a few months ago in Miami, um, at some other event. And yeah, you're right though, man. He tried. Like I remember he was explaining it to me. He had his team working with the people at the BSV association, and I can't remember the details or the tech, aspect of why they, ended up at a standstill. And it's unfortunate because
Now,
that was
the
like the
people,
most popular multi-crypto app that supported BSV, and now they don't anymore. Like if you had BSV in there, your account, your balance doesn't show up, and it's not like functional. So you got to like sweep your funds out. And I recommended a bunch of people, and they're like, "How do I get my BSV out there? It just doesn't show anymore." And I'm like, "Damn it, I'll show you later. Don't worry about it." But
yeah, no,
yeah,
like he's Edge is willing and able to host BSV again. It's just that we need people in BSV to work with them to set it up because, as you all very well know, especially if you're a dev here, BSV is a little bit of a little harder than the regular
I mean,
crypto,
you would
right?
think that would be like a high priority at the BSV ass or whatever it's called, right? Like,
Yeah,
what
right.
else do
It's
they
just
like? They got other things to do, sure. Like, okay, Terranode and whatever else. I don't know who's working on what, but like, dude, this is like the one bridge to the whole crypto space. Like, to be able to like have a place they can just like have their BSV and
yeah. We
yeah,
need an
let's go.
independent ass. Maybe we should. I was talking about it today because Casey, yeah, it was it today? Yeah, today. Casey was like, Raph, I want to go to such and such conference. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cool, if you were to go there? And she said, yeah, I want to go there and like I want to have like a table for BSV. I'm like, that would be awesome. And then I started thinking, I'm like, why don't we have like a community, crowdfunding
That's
environment?
how Pirate Chain does it, right?
That's how Monero does it,
Mhm.
like, yeah, it's a little, it's not the most capitalist of endeavors, right? But it definitely, if the BSV community wants to donate to a charity, well, there you go, right? Have everything
Dude.
spin up with nice, multi-sigs with between different parties that we trust.
It's
If someone
it's
wants to do,
capitalist because anybody who's donating is more like investing in their own interests by, being a
yeah,
holder,
exactly,
right?
dude.
So it's still
So
capitalist, like regardless how you
Casey
look at it.
posts up there or Gavin, hey, I want to go to this such and such conference and I want to have, I want to represent BSV. I want to have a table there and I want to have this, that, and the other. Like, fund me. This is my plan. And people want to fund it, they'll fund it. And then, you send Gavin Casey out there, like we
I
can do a lot of cool things, guys.
I will say that I was speaking with the Gate to Chain guys after that post that I made, and there is an ozarkshomesteading.com expo that I'm going to, that I was already planning on going to in September, and so is that farm with the meat. And it sounds like the Gate to Chain guy is going to adapt the equestrian platform that he's already built to cattle. And he offered to get us a booth there at that event to showcase this technology to all the local farmers and homesteaders that are going to be at this event. So this is why I bought a 31-foot RV when I was the marketing person for Ryan when we were working together, because that was the entire thing, was to deck this thing out in all BSV, wrap it eventually and take it to events and meet the people on the ground, the artists, the musicians, the farmers, and start doing events. That's the kind of marketing it's really going to take to spread this technology at that grassroots level. So we definitely need something like that. There's so many amazing events. If you guys know who Michael Tellinger is, I'm driving to Boulder, Colorado, the 5th through the 10th of August to meet with him. He's been documenting this ancient technology and all these ruins in South Africa that create free energy out of sound. And he's filming some episodes at Gaia TV Studios. And on his off time, we're going to hang out. And he just got me a pass to a geothermal regenerative energy conference that he's going to on the 9th, that we could be presenting at and stuff like that. So there's just so many amazing events that that this technology can fit into the narrative of that. Energy and food security are two of my passions. So this is the area I'm trying to tackle. But I mean, clearly, I like moving forward when there's no resistance. And I just had this conversation with Gate to Chain and said, hey, I'm going to this event. If you feel like, it would be beneficial for you to come, like, I would love to a booth with you. And he's like, hell yeah, let's go. So it's just starting these conversations, just like we're doing right now. But that would be something that could really help people that are out here trying to. I'm a single mom. I'm working on an absolute shoestring budget to do everything. My whole Be the Broadcast website I shut down just because I couldn't afford to keep it going. So I think that's a theme here that we need to fix in this ecosystem.
Cool, dude. All right. Well, can someone? Can someone please spin up a BSV crowdfunding website and we can start funding
Crowdfunding.
this,
Good
please?
point, dude. Exactly. That's a great one, Raph. Because I mean that'd be cool. Like crowdfund the freaking RV tour bus. The going to the event. That would be super cool.
What's his name? Banfi, the guy from the association.
Yeah.
Brett. He has a fleet of buses. You guys know that, right? He has a whole fleet of buses. They're all decked out.
I didn't
So,
know that. Shout out to him because he just found me a place to couch surf while I'm in Boulder, man. It's like when things come together like this and there's no resistance, to me, that's a sign from spirit or God that we should be moving in this direction. So I really love Brett right now. He's enabled me to be able to go take this amazing adventure with Michael Tillinger. So
Nice.
So look, guys, we have an amazing community. Okay, I make sure that every year Anarchapulco becomes a BSV event. It just happens. It just literally happens every year. A bunch of BSVers show up, and we steal the show every year. Every year. Now we also have Anarchapulco in Europe, in Liberpulco, on Liberland. Justin's son is the prime minister of Liberland now. So I'm expecting a bunch of BSVers,
Wait,
European
what?
BSVers.
Did you just say Justin's son is the prime minister of Liberland?
Yeah, he's the prime minister of Liberland.
What the hell?
So
What's
he's
Lieberland?
Is
the
Vic
Liberland.
Jedlicka still like the president?
He's like the president. I don't know what that, bro. It's a micronation. I don't know, bro.
That's funny.
It's
is that
it's a
Roger
funny
Ver?
thing, but it's serious. What? Come again?
What Roger Ver started?
No.
No.
He didn't start it. It was a bunch of like European dudes that started it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of early Bitcoiners, and it's cool. You know, I honestly think that Liberland is going to end up being like a healing place for Europe. That's what I think this place is going to end up being, like a place of healing, because a lot of people there are very intentional, like you, Casey. Like they're very much about, you know, health and wellness and raising your consciousness, you know, and so they, you know, with all of the wars that, you know, that we're seeing like nearby Ukraine and, you know, just the Baltics, it really is a place of healing, because it's like right smack in the middle of Croatia and right smack in the
Serbia.
middle, Serbia, yeah, on the Danube. There's like an island, shape of a heart, and that's Liberland, right? And Liber means, I guess, heart or something, or freedom. I don't know in German. Anyway,
Freedom. Liberty.
so they were the funny thing. So the Croatians were attacking Liberland, and they destroyed a bunch of the little houses because they don't like the Serbians. But the Croatians are Catholic, and the Serbians are Orthodox. So what the Liberland people did is that they had the bishop, the Catholic bishop of the nearby diocese in Croatia. They build him a church. So now the Croatians have a religious reason not to attack a Catholic settlement, which is funny as hell, dude.
Base.
Yeah,
Viva la
dude. Like,
Liberland, carajo.
it's so funny, bro.
Base.
So Justin's son became the prime minister of Liberland.
And he was the guy behind Tron, right? And or
Yeah. Oh,
whatever
we
other
stole the
crypto
show,
stuff.
dude. A bunch of BSVers stole the show there last year as well. I met Cryptocrates and his crew, which are a bunch of like BSVers from Germany, showed
You
up.
in you're talking about in Acapulco or in the Liberland?
Liverpolko.
Liber. Oh, you
So
went? Yeah, I didn't know you went
of
to Liberland. That's
course,
awesome, dude.
dude. Of course. So we have a real cool community. That's just what I have to offer. You know what I'm saying? So and we have people here that are awesome, dude. Like all you guys, Alex leads the. All right, I'm gonna talk up Alex Vidal. Alex Vidal
Oh
was
shit, I
quoted.
gotta go.
Yeah, he was quoted by the Trump campaign manager 2016, Roger Stone, as being the reason why Donald Trump was elected. It's on the book where how Trump won the presidency. He says Alex Vidal is the reason why Donald Trump got elected, right? Like literally, it says right there. It says right there. So I didn't say it. Roger Stone did. So we have
Mega.
awesome people here, guys. Yeah,
What
you
did
can
you do to
tell.
make that happen, Alex? I want to hear that story.
Another day, another time. To be continued. Nah, I fucked
Make
around,
America great again.
did some political shit. I didn't mean to. It was actually all by accident. I was tricked into it. But yeah.
Roger Stone said that in a book, huh?
In the
Yeah,
book on
Roger's my
how
homie.
Trump won the presidency, where he recounts the story on how Trump won something that everyone thought was unwinnable, right? When he beat Hillary. He says Alex Vidal is the reason why Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton.
Raph
It
is
literally
definitely
says that on the
yeah,
book, okay?
it's not what he literally says, but you can derive
Okay,
yeah.
Alex Vidal and the Free Knots. Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Raph. No, I always appreciate Raph giving me my
Dude,
flowers.
you're too humble, bro. Do you know how many people out there,
Bro, I'm just saying like there was a
if
period of
they had
time
the
where
campaign manager of Donald Trump say that about them, everyone
yeah,
that I know that's the first thing that they'll be blasting all over their
yeah.
social media and everything. I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected. I'm the reason for the biggest
Bro,
political upset in US history.
I
Like,
feel you, but if you haven't noticed in the last few weeks, even Trump supporters aren't even fucking with Trump anymore. So like I feel like that window has almost kind of like lost its
Yeah,
shine.
you could almost
I
be
honestly
putting
think
his life in danger saying that shit these days.
That's what
I
I'm
honestly
saying, bro. I'm like, there's a lot of bad consequences of that too.
I know,
So
but
I
at the
don't know.
same time, it's like
I
you
try to
would be the
speak to
perfect PR
the
manager for
room.
Craig Wright. I don't know why you never hit anyone up for that. You would be the best PR manager for Craig Wright. Have you ever thought about that, Alex?
I might just drop him a DM.
Dude, you're the dude that got Trump elected, man. And you're in BSV all the way. So you've never actually offered consulting for anything at all
Bro,
whatsoever? Because you're a genius when it comes to PR. You really are. You're fucking great.
I love you, bro. Thank you. I was having
No,
too
I
much
mean I
fun
mean it, dude.
producing
I
the
mean
Coin
it. No
Geek
wonder
show.
Roger Stone and all these people counted on you, dude.
Yo, it's funny you mentioned Edge, bro. I'm working on, I linked them up with Sal, and he's like shilling them so hardcore now. For the, they sponsored his show. But I'm actually, yeah, I'm working on another little deal for them. So yeah, I really want to get BSV back on Edge because I'm like, I'm getting people to promote Edge. So,
So you should talk to maybe people that, the devs that you're
Yo, what
closest with.
about? But you know what? What else? We if we're doing all the same work, we can like multiply our efforts by just putting another wallet into the picture. Cake, Cake, bro. Let's talk to Vic. Maybe we can get BSV on Cake. Oh snap,
Bro,
that would be wild.
dude, that would
No,
be
because
great. But
they're
no,
more like privacy coin focused,
yeah,
right?
dude,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
they're
yeah,
tell you.
they're too cool for school, bro.
yeah,
You got to
yeah.
go
You're
where
right.
people are humble. To be honest,
You're right.
like
You're right. You're right.
Edge is where it's at. Paul
And
Pui's
well,
awesome, bro.
I think you can get a coin on Exodus if you pay enough money.
Can I
Like
just
we
say
Nah,
real quick?
nah, not Exodus. You don't want Exodus. Edge is what you need, bro. All you need is that Edge.
actually didn't they remove BSV from Exodus? Didn't they used to have it? I think they
Yeah,
It's
I
did.
think they did. I don't know if they're still there. I don't know if it's
I have some
maybe they did.
BSV on an Exodus wallet, but I just want to say, like, when it comes to these farmers, like that I'm talking to, they don't want a wallet that has all these other cryptos and all this other stuff. They want something that's like a little bit more cut and dry and simple. When you start bringing in, you got to use this wallet for this and this for this and this. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, we need something for merchants that all of their needs are met within one wallet and it's not got all these
All
other
right,
cryptos.
I'm
What's
gonna spill
stopping
the
Rock
beans.
Wallet from being
No,
the solution?
I'm gonna spill the beans. All right, ready? So, because I was given permission to. So, the Emperor of Bitcoin, Daniel Kravitz, has been working on a wallet for a while now that has accounting software built within it to be compliance, taxes, and all that. And also, he's working on an encrypted chat within the wallet, which is cool. All on chain, obviously.
So, what about, like, everyone in marketing will tell you the money is in your list. So, how do we help merchants build lists along with their sales? That is something that has to be tied in for this to really work, I feel like. And the feedback I've gotten, that's what they want. So,
And so, why
not
hasn't
just the
money hired you already?
For
I
real.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's what we need, like, stat.
Hey, who do you guys think is going to be Kurt's super special guest this week? I heard him say at the end of last week or the other day's show, he's like, and make sure to not miss next week. We got a super, super special guest. I don't know if he was just bluffing, and I'm not just bluffing right now. I really don't know. So, anybody,
Are you
any thoughts?
the show anymore?
No, no, no. I stopped working with CoinGeek a handful of months ago.
Oh, okay. I
See,
thought
CoinGeek never knew that you're the dude that got Trump elected, right?
I don't think so.
You see what I'm saying,
CoinGeek
dude?
doesn't
Oh my
know
god.
why is
how
that
to
not
spell CoinGeek. Just kidding. They changed the font though. That was a really great branding revamp when they changed half of the font logo. Oh, you
Yeah,
guys didn't notice?
they
You
really
guys
fucked
didn't
up. They
notice?
really fucked up. They should have made you like in charge of overall CoinGeek marketing. That's what they should have done, is made you like in charge of the whole fucking operation, and CoinGeek would have blown up, dude.
All right, I
Like
did my
they
part.
fucked
I
up.
kept the pronouns off
You're
of the
nah,
flyers.
bro. You're too humble, Alex. Oh my god,
I
dude. You're
did
so
though. That's a
humble,
big
bro.
contribution, bro. I
No,
kept the
but you're humble.
pronouns. If it
You're at the
wasn't for
point where
me,
like
Kurt would have been
if
introducing they
anyone
them every
with
week.
your Rolodex in politics and in marketing in the PR world, dude, like anyone with your Rolodex, your experience and everything that you've done, fuck man, they'd be
That's
boasting
why
all the
they let me
time,
go,
dude.
right? You know that's why they let me go. I told you that.
Because you fought against pronouns.
I swear.
are
And
you
I took one for the team. I even checked with Kurt. I was like, Kurt, they got the they them on this new show flyer? Like, you want me to ask them to remove it from the template, right? He's like, yeah. Just tell them most of our audience is right wing Americans, so it doesn't make sense. I'm like, all right, bet.
I'm
And then,
unfollowing them right now.
nah, I mean, but at
I did
least you can still watch it through Kurt's channel.
I did get retweeted this whole thing, and I guess it was Carl, Kurt's brother, that
Yeah, no,
did
shout out
it.
to, there's still, good people involved, but whoever's people think Kurt is like, the freaking, like, I don't know, like, I think when Kurt says that, he really just like writes an article every week and hosts a show every week, and maybe a few other things here and there for CoinGeek, and that's kind of like the extent of his he's not like, got Craig Wright or Calvin Ayre on like speed dial. I don't think necessarily. And maybe they should be leaning more on him, right? The way that they, I think, lean too much on like people in London, and they need to call up us Americanos a little more often if they
Well,
know
let me
what's good
just
for
tell
them.
you,
But
I'm really into etymology, and I think the meaning behind words that we use when we're trying to build things is extremely important. And the etymology of the word geek does mean fool or freak. So I'll just leave it there.
nice.
Okay. Hey guys, I got to wrap this meeting up, so I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it was good to
Oh
have some
man, I forgot you're
conversation.
like recording this on
No,
YouTube
I'm
and
not
everything.
recording. Oh, I was recording it on YouTube. Yeah. So yeah,
That's cool. Whatever. All
yeah,
good.
it's all been streaming
Thanks
the
for
whole time.
hosting.
You're welcome, guys. I'm gonna host it. We'll do it again tomorrow at 9. We're gonna we'll do like a another space. We wanted to test it out, and I'll see you guys there tomorrow. Casey, be there.
Yes.
All right,
See you soon.
everyone's invited back. I'm gonna wrap. See you at the top.
Hey, fire another space up, Alex.
See you at the top.
Later.
Open up another space, Alex.